New York and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Ebro said the other day, I believe on the air, that Tekashi very well may have been an informant the whole time.
And I based that on that I saw him working as a youngster with the Greenpoint Youth Court. And not that that's bad. That's great. Like, he was trying to help other kids stay out of trouble. That was all good stuff.
Right.
Then I, about a year ago, started seeing videos on the internet where he was affiliated with another gang, a Crip gang, not a blood gang.
Oh, really?
Crips.
I didn't even know that part.
Crips, who were trying to
Another one.
do music and be more positive. They weren't trying to be, according to the videos I saw.
Got it.
Don't know. I saw pictures of him with them, rapping, freestyling. And then he became this other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you doing all this moving around prior to being what we come to know as Tekashi 6ix9ine. Remember, Tekashi also used to travel as an artist and had music out before he was in this Treyway situation. He was already an artist that had toured Eastern Europe.
Yes, that Eastern Europe had gravitated towards his like videos on the internet.
Yeah.
This is pre-Gummo.
This is pre-Gummo.
Pre-Gummo, okay.
All
Yes.
pre-Gummo. Then Gummo happens, and he's in a neighborhood that he's not from with
Right.
people behind him that he doesn't know. That was the
Yes.
first, on the air, that was the first time I was like, this doesn't make any sense to me. You just paid a bunch of gang members to be in a video in Brooklyn. This is going to end bad.
And that was a
But,
big.
and at that time, we weren't sure if that's really what happened. Now that we know different.
No, I knew that's what really happened.
What do you mean that he was not really from there?
That he wasn't from the block that was in the Gummo video.
And that he paid
And that
them?
those individuals in there were being paid. Now, at the time, I heard he just gave everybody a bag of weed and was just like, yo, get in the video. Come to find out, it's deeper than that.
It's deeper than that, and it's deeper than rap. So you have that as a very auspicious and strange beginning, right, to the Tekashi story. But then as we continued to think about this trial, the first thing yesterday in the conversation we were having with, who were we talking to?
Young M.A.
No, it wasn't M.A. though. It was someone else we were talking to about how public it is, how odd it is that it's so public, that every bit of it was M.A., that the information is so public, that the trial's open. Anyone can be there.
You can walk right in.
We heard initially his family was scared to go to court
Yeah.
because they didn't want the repercussions of him snitching.
Right.
And then it was so open. Like, if the government actually cared about the well-being of his family, they would allow the trial to function this way? A federal case that could endanger this many lives? How is that even possible? Now, today, we learned Tekashi says he's telegraphing what he's going to do when he gets
He
out of jail.
says he does not need witness protection. He'll just do security. He's got money to pay for security, and he will just be hiding. He said, quote, hiding in plain sight.
You don't
And-
tell people you're hiding in plain sight, do you?
Well, not only that, but how are you off the stand and you're still talking? How is this information coming out?
How are we hearing these things?
How are we,
How does more
hearing-
information constantly come out? Now, add on top of that, why did he bring up Cardi? Why did he bring up Jim Jones? Well, we know, if you pay attention, that we've been able to notice that the cops, the feds, whoever it is, clearly have an interest in those people and have been trying in different ways. And then all of a sudden, their names come up in this trial. And we all look at it and go, oh, that's kind of weird or funny. Is it funny?
It's not.
Or is it the beginning of building something?
And they kept bringing it up and having him kind of like,
Confirm it.
confirm
Right.
the situation.
So it wasn't as random as it appeared. Like, at first it was like, oh, he's just naming random rappers. No, he's not. These are people who...
He's helping build cases.
He's helping
and
build
he's saying,
cases.
and remember, let's go back. And he's saying, I don't need witness protection. I still have money, and I'll still be able to pay for security. So remember that piece, because not only is he telling the streets like, yo, y'all soft, Duke, you can't touch me, but he's also saying you can't touch me because I'm a Fed.
Now,
I'm a federal agent now. I'm an informant. And I'm still going to put out music that people are going to stream because I still have support from the industry that financed me getting to this point in the first place.
I'm glad you got there, Ebro. So then that brings us to another key element in the theory of how Tekashi has always, basically since we heard of him, been a Fed. The money. He's managed by one of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry's son,
Right.
Elliot Grange, right?
That's right.
The kid of
was at that time for sure. I don't know what the relationship is now.
No, but was.
Yeah.
And we know got money. Elliot Grange hasn't taken the stand? We haven't heard from him in the trial once? The financier of the entire Tekashi thing? This white dude with mad money who sat in the background and let Tekashi do what he was doing while making money off of it.
I asked the same question a week ago.
There's no questions for Elliot Grange? He's not even stepping forward. How could that be possible? We're hearing from the driver, the random driver. We're not hearing from the guy who financed the whole thing. How did you get to know Tekashi? Where was the money going to? How did you give him the money? Do you know who received the money? Did you ever meet any of his associates? Nothing. Okay, that's very strange. And then, this was the kicker, where we had the moment in the hall where we all went, oh. Do you remember when Tekashi went on his worldwide antagonizing tour? When
Of course.
he was just going from city to city,
Chicago.
calling out the hardest people in the city and being like, I'll go there. LA, I don't need to check in. I'm showing up. Oh, Chief Keef, Chirac, y'all don't want it. And everyone in the world's going, no, dude, what are you doing? No, please. Other rappers were stepping out like, bro, you don't want the problems you're saying you have. How would someone feel that confident? How could anyone possibly feel safe and that confident? I know how. If you're already a Fed, and if the Feds want to set up other people in these cities. So they hope they show up with guns. They hope they come out. They're trotting him out like Donnie Brasco. He's Danny Brasco.
Danny Hernandez Brasco.
That's all he was Danny Brasco. They're trotting him out. They're holding him out like bait, waving him in front of Chief Keef, YG, all these rappers who they believe could be affiliated to things in different cities. He's been a Fed the whole time, guys.
Now, headline on hotnewhiphop.com.
Here we go.
9 Trey Bloods had FBI informant in camp since 2013.
It's a long time.
Say that one more time.
9 Trey Bloods had FBI informant in camp since 2013 is the headline.
And Tekashi has been
It wouldn't be Tekashi.
out since, as an artist, since.
No, not until 17, 18.
Well, he was affiliated with them. That's when we met him publicly, was
So they're saying
mid
it's
to late
somebody
2018.
else.
Or mid to late 2017, excuse me. 2018 was when they locked him up.
We know who it is. He actually took the stand the other day.
And that was the guy that took the stand and said, pointed that the NYPD was helping the 9 Trey cats move drugs through the projects from side to side, one side to the other. And NYPD tucked that information.
Oh, they were ratting on NYPD to the Feds?
Yeah. So it gets even deeper.
And you would think, like, why would all of this stuff be something the Feds care about, like, this deeply, right? But think about the world we live in right now and how little we understand what is going on a macro level in this country and how bad these people are.
Well, I think people hear it. And I think, honestly, if people would stop acting like it's impossible, your brain would open up to more. You would be able, I sit up here and I sound crazy every day because I'll be just wilding out saying things. You guys are like, no way. Right? No way. And I am crazy. But it's probably because I've allowed myself to go, yo, this is all possible.
In
It's
this
all
world?
possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There you have it. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Was he a Fed from the beginning?